Welcome again to Electraspirant, an assistance to electrical students for objective type exam preparation, initiated by the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Christ College of Engineering, Irinalakuda. Now, in this session, we will be dealing with electromagnetics and three small topics: self-inductance, inductance of solenoid, and inductance of toroid. First, let us see what is self-inductance. Self-inductance is the property of a coil due to which it opposes any increase or decrease of current through it is known as self-inductance. Quantitatively measured in terms of coefficient of self-inductance. Now let us see what is inductance of a solenoid. What we need to understand is basically inductance is flux linkage divided by current. Total flux linkage divided by current. Now consider a solenoid having n number of turns carrying a current I. If the flux produced is 5 Weber, then flux linkage, total flux linkage is n into 5. 5 is the flux in a single turn and n is the number of turns, therefore total flux is n5. Now coefficient of self-inductance is equal to, as I told you, flux linkage divided by current, that is L is equal to n5 by I. Now we need to understand that inductance L, an inductance L is a passive component in electrical engineering. Therefore, on what factors, what parameters the inductance is dependent on? Inductance is depending on only the physical parameters. In order to have that equation, we will substitute with phi. Phi is equal to, the total flux is B into A, where B is the flux density, A is the area. So, phi is equal to B into A. Also, B is equal to mu H, where mu is equal to permeability, and mu is equal to mu 0 mu r, where mu 0 is the absolute permeability and mu r is the relative permeability. H is the magnetic field intensity. Now we will substitute these equations. Also, magnetic field intensity H is equal to Ni by L. So let us substitute all these values into the equation of inductance, where inductance L is equal to flux linkage by current, that is equal to N5 by I. So L is equal to N5 by I, that is equal to N into, I am substituting for 5 BA divided by I, that is equal to mu N mu HA by I. Again H is substituted with Ni by L. So N mu Ni by L into A by I, and shorten as mu N square A by L. Now let us see a simple problem in inductance. The inductance of a long solenoid of length 1000 mm wound uniformly with 3000 turns on a cylindrical paper tube of 60 mm diameter. So 4 options are given over there, option A, B, C and D. How to find out that inductance? We will use the same equation, L is equal to mu N square A by L. Here L is given as, given as 1000 mm. 1000 mm means 1000 mm means it is 1 meter. Again, so divided by L, since it is 1 meter, even if you don't write over there, it doesn't mean. Therefore, L is equal to mu N square. In mu, it is mu 0 mu r. Again, mu r is taken as 1 for air and vacuum. Therefore, L is equal to mu 0. Mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 3000 square, that is N, into A is the area of cross section. Now this diameter is given as 60 mm. Therefore, we will take radius as 30 into 10 raised to minus 3. So finally, we will get the answer as 32 millihenry. Therefore, the answer is 32 millihenry. Answer is C, and 32 millihenry. So we will have another problem. Let us move on with another problem. The current in an inductor of 400 turns, 16 square centimeter cross section and 1 mm length. So again 4 options are given over there. Now the thing is that we are asked to find out the current in an inductor. So first we will have to find out the inductance using the same formula, L is equal to mu 0 n square A by L. Since values are with us, we can directly substitute these values and you can find out the inductance as 0.3215 millihenry, 0235 Henry. Now, in order to find out the current, we need to know what is the voltage and what is the impedance. Voltage, we will since it is not given, we will take it as the normal supply voltage as 230 volt. Or we can take it as 240 volt, doesn't matter. And the impedance is actually, now since it is a pure inductor, let us assume that there is only inductance or inductive reactance, there is no resistance. So assuming that the impedance to be inductive reactance alone, we can take I is equal to V by XL, that is equal to V by 2 pi FL. So we are directly getting the answer. Finally the answer is, we have 2.28 ampere. So in the A, B, C, D, it is the D. The answer is D. Now let us move on with another problem. This problem is actually connected with the previous problem. The data, the value of current and the value of inductance is, we are taking from the same problem. It's a connected problem. The average force on the core to reduce the air gap will be dash. Now in order to get the force over here, we need to understand what is energy stored in an inductor. Energy stored in an inductor is half Li square. Therefore, that is equal to half into L. We are getting the previous problem. Also, I also we are taking from the previous problem. We are getting it as 0.8356 joules. Now, force to reduce 1 mm air gap, we have the total energy divided by the distance. Let us see that for 1 mm, what is it? For 1 mm air gap, 0.8356 divided by 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that gives us 835.6 Newton. So if you reduce the air gap by 1 mm, the force will be increased by 835.6 Newton. So the answer from the answers given will be A, 832.29 Newton. Now let us see the inductance of toroid. So once we understand the inductance of solenoid, then it is very easy to understand the inductance of toroid, because a long solenoid bent into a circle and closed on itself is a toroid. When the toroid has a uniform winding of many turns, the magnetic flux are almost entirely confined to the interior of the winding. That is, magnetic flux, magnetic field intensity B is substantially zero outside. Now we are developing the formula for the inductance of toroid in the same way of that of the solenoid. We are developing as mu n square A by L. So in this mu n square A by L, what is the difference over here? For this toroid is that the area of cross section A becomes pi r square, and the length is the perimeter of the toroid, that becomes 2 pi r. So substituting those values, we are getting it as mu n square r square by 2r, 2 capital R, where capital R is the mean radius of the toroid. Now let us see a simple problem of toroid. A coil of 300 turns is wound on a non-magnetic core having a mean circumference of 300 millimeters and a cross-sectional area of 300 mm square. The inductance of the coil corresponding to a magnetizing current of 3 ampere will be. So the value of mu 0 is directly given in that question. 4.10 raised to minus 7 Henry per meter. Now we will have to find out the answer. So we have number of turns n is equal to 300 is given. Circumference is given, which means the 2 pi r, the perimeter is given, that is 300 mm, and area of cross section is given as 300 mm square. Then therefore we will take it as 300 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square. Therefore inductance of the coil L is equal to mu 0 n square A by L. So we are substituting all the terms. 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 300 into 300 into 300 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 300 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that is equal to 113.04 milli microhenry. So from the answers given, our right answer will be, okay, one moment, 113. So that is answer is B. Okay, I hope you have understood and you have enjoyed the class. So you can expect more from us. Thank you very much.